Hello, my name's Aidan O'Carroll and it's my privilege to be Chair of Revenue Scotland. First of all, thank you for taking the time to consider applying to be a board member of Revenue Scotland. Now, since its creation in 2015, Revenue Scotland has collected over £4 billion in devolved taxes which have been used to fund public services in Scotland. Now, we've just launched our corporate plan for the next 3 years, and you'd be joining the board at a very exciting time for Revenue Scotland, a time of change, of adaptability and looking forward. As a body answerable to Scottish Parliament, we've a great responsibility to operate Revenue Scotland as a transparent, inclusive and efficient organisation. And your role on the board will be varied, challenging, stimulating and I very much hope enjoyable. We have a great team at Revenue Scotland and you would be joining a progressive organisation. The devolved tax landscape in Scotland continues to change, and Revenue Scotland will continue to show both our agility and engagement and how we put technology first in our thinking.
As Public Finance Minister, as you would expect, I have a very keen interest in our devolved taxation landscape and, in particular, the efficient collection and management of Scotland's devolved taxes. I'm really proud of how Revenue Scotland has succeeded and grown as an institution in fulfilling their role as Scotland's tax authority for devolved taxes. Since it was established in 2015, Revenue Scotland has collected over £4 billion of revenue to help fund our public services on which we all rely. Going forward, those revenues will also help to support a green recovery from the pandemic and address the government's core priorities of addressing child poverty and economic development. Revenue Scotland has instilled confidence in taxpayers and embedded the principle of the Scottish approach to taxation in practice. I've seen firsthand the professionalism of Revenue Scotland and how it engages with taxpayers and agents, and beyond that, with its stakeholder base, partner organisations, government and Parliament. The organisation has played its part in supporting the development and delivery of tax policy and legislation and tax forecasting. Its collaborative approach and a willingness to share learning has been the heart of all it achieves. The next 3 years are likely to see Revenue Scotland's role taking on an even greater significance. The Scottish Government, like other governments around the world, will have increased pressure on our public finances and challenges we need to meet together as we come through the COVID-19 pandemic and look to support the ongoing economic recovery. Having a professional, ambitious and respected tax authority as part of our public administration will be vital to supporting us in these challenges. And the role of the board members in leading the organisation through the delivery of the recently published corporate plan for 2021-24 will be vital to take the organisation to the next level. Revenue Scotland has come a long way in its development since 2015. In my view, this is a great opportunity for someone to join a young, dynamic and exciting organisation and make a significant contribution to shaping the next stage of its journey.
Leading Scotland's tax authority for devolved taxes over the last 5 years has been a privilege. This is a small organisation that punches above its weight. We have in our first 5 years of operations built up our capability and reputation to the extent that we're now a trusted partner and key member of a number of strategic groups considering the future of taxation and public finances in Scotland. In addition to collecting over £4 billion in revenue that contributes to the funding of our public services in Scotland, I have seen our organisation deliver and embrace significant change, such as the development and introduction of our new digital tax collection and management system and the establishment of our Scottish Tax Education Programme. Our approach to our work is to work collaboratively with service users and stakeholders, and we strive to have continuous improvement and learning at the heart of our operations. Our response to COVID-19 has been a great example of our ability to deliver change and to do so well. Our three guiding principles of protecting the health and well-being of our staff, maintaining the performance of our statutory functions, and continuing to deliver excellent customer service focused our efforts and enabled us to flex to a wholly new way of operating while continuing to meet our key performance indicators. This has been achieved because we have staff who have a strong sense of public service, who are willing to reach out across team boundaries and contribute to the collective effort. And as we look ahead to delivering our next corporate plan, there is a fantastic opportunity for Revenue Scotland to build on the foundations made and consider what kind of organisation it wants to be, the contribution it can make to the Scottish Public Administration, and more widely, how it can share and learn from other tax authorities and organisations throughout the United Kingdom and beyond. I look forward to working with Revenue Scotland's board and the new board members in setting out our new ambitions for the organisation and, importantly, leading our people, our service users and our stakeholders on the journey to deliver those.
Working for Revenue Scotland, I am regularly presented with new challenges and opportunities to implement change. I know I can rely on the support of my colleagues and managers to help me achieve my objectives and make a positive contribution to our standards and values. I am proud to work for such an ambitious and forward-thinking organisation which prides itself in continuous staff development.
I enjoy working for Revenue Scotland because the organisation cares about me as a person and about my professional and personal development. There is a true spirit of cooperation and shared goals, all working around helping our customers.
Working for Revenue Scotland has allowed me to positively contribute to the success of the organisation, both operationally and also on a strategic level. Working on challenging projects with tight deadlines has meant finding another dimension to my work ethic, helping add significant value. It's also helped highlight my strengths and areas for potential development, all of which I'm really proud of.
My role as a tax specialist, I am given opportunity to lead on high profile and interesting pieces of work, with opportunities to develop and increase my knowledge and learn new skills. Developing myself out with my main role in organisation is actively encouraged, and there is a real feeling of support and encouragement to allow me to reach my full potential.
Having recently joined Revenue Scotland in a virtual environment, I am thoroughly enjoying my role. The induction programme was extremely well planned, comprehensive and consisted of a combination of remote learning and virtual interactive sessions, giving me the opportunity to meet and collaborate with my colleagues. In such a short space of time, I have already had the opportunity to participate in some wider department initiatives, allowing me to share my own knowledge and experience with the wider organisation. Throughout the induction process, I've felt entirely supported and welcomed, not only by my immediate team, but by all of my colleagues across the organisation. I look forward to continuing my career with Revenue Scotland.
Revenue Scotland supports me to feel valued, motivated and empowered by ensuring that the projects I complete and the work I do is fulfilling, it develops me professionally, and most importantly, it's meaningful. Very often I can see the positive impact that I have on taxpayers through the projects that I complete. This relationship is based on trust and communication, and it's one of the main reasons why I enjoy working at Revenue Scotland so much.
So, if you do decide to apply, I very much look forward to meeting you through the process, and once again, thanks for showing an interest in the role.